right. Thank you for joining the Nikki Clarke Show. Another wellness check. How's everybody doing? Woo! I love it. Love the energy. Thank you so much. I know it's a little warm outside, but everybody, and you're so cool. Yeah, own that. Oh, well, I am so happy to be sitting beside this lovely lady, and somehow we picked it up. We got the telepathy right.
I told you from the day I met you. We were complimenting each other by our names, by the outfit we wore. We followed each other, found that we have similar outfits too, that we both wore to the weddings, and there's something about something that's going on here.
There's
between
something
us
that's
too.
going on here. Well, I love it.
Yeah.
So please, I would love you to meet realtor, real estate investor, and friend,
Yes.
Nicole Kabongo, to the show. And you go by Nikki sometimes?
I do go by Nikki, and I tell people that if you call me Nicole, that's an indication that maybe we're not that close.
Nikki. Okay. Nikki. Tell me about your background. I'd love to know a little bit about, the story leading up to the incredible success that you are. Where are you from originally?
I'm originally from Congo. I was born in the Congo-Kinshasa DRC, but my family and I migrated to Canada since I was 12 years old. I got to live in Montreal, seeing the best of the Francophone world, and also actually grew up primarily in the GTA, in Hamilton, Mississauga, and Toronto.
Okay.
And right now I live in the Ottawa region.
In the Ottawa region. Okay.
Yes.
Shout out to Ottawa. If you're watching, Gatineau? Gatineau. Bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
Excellent. Well, Montreal. Where in Montreal? I'm originally from Montreal. I mean, born in Jamaica, grew up in Montreal.
Okay, so I was really young, so I don't know Montreal that well. I was 12,
Okay.
but I think we were in like La Salle, Verdun area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I didn't get to explore the beauty of Montreal while I was living there. My parents took care of me, and I wasn't on my own. So yeah.
Right. Do you go with your family now to visit?
Yes, we're
Yeah.
very close. It's just a couple-hour drive, so
Yeah,
it's a beautiful city to do a staycation, visit the island, and I have much more appreciation for it when I go visit than when we live there.
Yes, I have the same. So I'm from Ville d'Anjou in Montreal, so that's kind of where I was at. A little bit about who you are. Like I said, a great success in the real estate world, but there's a story that kind of got you there. So 13 years in sales management. How did that kind of develop your skill set, your mindset to becoming a real estate investor?
Yeah. So first, my inspiration of getting into real estate and becoming a realtor comes from my natural passion of making the world a better place. As you saw as part of my biography, I do care for the needs of people. And when I transitioned from 13 years in sales into really becoming a realtor, it was because I saw a need in the community in which I lived in, obviously the Black community, where the economic growth was not sustainable compared to other cultures.
Mm-hmm.
Growing up in Toronto and being in sales, I got to service businesses in the Jewish network, in the Asian network, who were clients of the organization where I work with. And you can see how economically advanced they were compared to when I would go in Black areas, where I felt like, what is it that I can do with the experience that I have to be able to impact our communities? So I realized that with real estate, I can have direct impact to people's lives, bringing knowledge and my real estate experience to the table to be able to educate, whether they're young, mid-level, or families that can relate to me, and showing them how to build wealth through real estate. So it's a really big passion for me, and my skills in sales prepared me well to have a successful realtor career, because it equipped me with great negotiation skills, great ability to build relationships with people, and just having a caring mindset where you can sit down, not think of the sale, but be able to have through a conversation and understand the needs of people, and build a strategy to help them get to where they want to be in the future, keeping in mind that wealth is the purpose of why I'm doing this, to help our community grow in that sense.
I love that. So tell me maybe one or two strategies that you would kind of incorporate into the plan with your client? What are some ways that they can build their
Absolutely.
wealth profile?
So first, before I get into a transaction, I sit down with my clients and do a needs assessment. It's about them. It's not about me. So I want to understand what is their motivation in whether they're looking to purchase or sell their home. Why do they need to do what they're doing? Where are you at financially, right? It's a huge decision that one person makes in their life. So I need to understand where their finances are, being able to hear them out so that way I can really be able to walk them through that journey successfully. So that's one of the strategies that I use, and ensuring that they're well educated with the current market, which is really important. Every transaction is different. Every client is different. So we cannot bring one experience from one deal to another. So understanding that specific client's need and then being able to tailor my services and exceptional customer service to help them achieve that need is really one of the key strategy in being able to help the individual reach their real estate goals.
Absolutely. And I have to congratulate you on being top producing agent for, I think, a few quarters. Is that correct?
Yeah. And last month as well. May.
Okay, so last month. That is incredible.
Yeah.
So that's not easy to achieve either.
Yeah, it's a recognition, just to be clear, a recognition among a group of EXP, which is the brokerage that I work with. Agent Unleashed is a group of about 300 or so realtors, and I was top 10 for the month of May. Yeah, thank you for the recognition.
Absolutely. Well, there are more accolades coming because you're very humble, but you own 5 properties, and you did that within 2 years of being a homeowner. Explain yourself.
Explain myself. The number one thing where it comes back to where I said I got into real estate and helping my community is information. Information is key. The other speakers at the beginning here said being in the right room with the right people. Growing up, we didn't always have access to this information. I started my career really young. I'm still young, but knowing what I know now, I said, oh my gosh, I could have done and started this a long time ago. I think at the age of 22, I was manager for one of the top tier corporate companies here in Canada. I had some savings. I didn't have debt. I didn't have all the things that we struggle with today. I could have started investing, but then I was, with people who maybe thought like, no, don't stress yourself. Life is easy. Think about that, when you're married.
Go shopping.
Go shopping. Let's spend it and live. I had no stress and all of that. But how I got there is through education. When I got into real estate, obviously with a license, you're studying this stuff, but I made it a commitment to understand finances and how it works and how the rich get richer and the poor stay poor in this country. There's a big movement of a lot of people in our community investing or leaving Canada because they feel like there's that glass ceiling where they can't go above that. And I was like, well, how did other communities make it here? What are they doing?
Right.
And obviously real estate was one of the things. So gaining that knowledge and reading books quickly helped us to make a big move. Like I lived in the GTA for over 17 years. This is home. This is the place I know and I love. Right. My friends, my families are here. Yeah. And my husband and I made a decision to and buy a property during the pandemic outside of even Ontario, just moving to Gatineau area where I could still service the Ontario region and everything. So after the first acquisition, we quickly realized how in like less than a year, our property appreciated so much. There were new neighbors. It's a new area. There was new neighbors, obviously, because of the effect of the pandemic. There was the market was really moving fast, and people that were moving after us, who bought lots after us, were paying like 100K, 150K higher than what we purchased a home for. Like we got it, like so grateful for almost nothing, but like compared to the GTA that it would have costed a lot affordable if we stayed here, right? So it wasn't an easy decision. And then I guess once we took the leap of faith and invested in that and saw how much the property had increased, and with my knowledge as a realtor and having access to information, new project, etc., I always had that passion and wanted to do like other communities. And I think what we didn't have much in our community is working together with
Mm-hmm.
people. So quickly connected with some friends and discussed projects that was happening in Ottawa. By the way, don't sleep on the Ottawa market. Such a hot market. It's still
Nation's
it's
capital.
underrated, super in development right now. Everywhere you go, there's cranes because of the move of people leaving, the GTA or migrating into Canada. There's a lot of international student, a lot of movement going on in Ottawa. So with that, I was able to speak just naturally about there are these opportunities here, this opportunities here, and our friends are like, hey, look, we have background in this and that and that, but we believe that you're the expert in when it comes to real estate. How about we partner up together and do something, and that would make us go further and not just faster. I said, well, you guys can do it on your own too, because actually we had already invested outside of province again in Edmonton. And for us, it was a time where we were like, okay, that's it. We just bought a house and went through all these finishing the basement, all these expenses. And then we took another leap of faith in Edmonton. And then now you want us to invest again. I'm like, I'm going to take a break. They're like, no, they share the vision that I hold in my heart, saying that we want to do things as a group. We want to go really far. We believe we can do it further. And they're wealthy enough to do this on their own and they wanted to partner up with us. We're like, okay, done deal. Yeah, and just like that, because it fit into what I already believe that was lacking in our community, that teamwork and knowledge.
Yeah.
And it literally happened within 2 weeks. Also, it takes being financially ready, right? Making sure like you have good credit so that when opportunities like this come up, you can jump on it. Don't sleep on your savings. Just being financially ready so that when great opportunities come up. So we jumped on it, got 2 units right across from the only Ottawa's premium outlet mall. When I tell you guys this city is underdeveloped and underrated, that means this is the time. If you need to, think about outside the box, it's the time to come there now. I mean, we're still a little bit behind compared to those who got there a long time ago, but it is the time. Please reach out to me. Come there. It has one outlet mall, no concert halls. All of those things are being built now. So the potential is there, and the home price average is still significantly low compared to the GTA. So yeah, we grabbed 2 units, went to see the builder, just like that. Did a pre-approval with 4 people. You get a lot more. You're like, what? I have a 1.2 million per, like what? Me, who was like rejected by the banks before or didn't understand finances, and boom, counted all 4. And then with other family properties back home. So yeah, just like that in 2.5 years, turned into 5. And even tomorrow, no, this weekend, there's a webinar that I'm hosting with my exclusive group again, where we're looking into multi-unit investment in Quebec side, where there's so much information with builders, where the government is looking to build all these units and looking for investors to fund it, and they will bring in the tenants, they will pay for so much great information is wealth, honestly. So excited. I didn't think we'll be doing another one, but it's like, let's learn, let's think about it, and let's jump on it. Sorry for that long answer.
No,
but
I'm ready to jump on that. That
jump
sounds
on
great.
it. Yeah.
So Ottawa is where the boom is.
It is.
Yeah,
It
okay.
is. It is
Okay.
absolutely. And other parts of the country as well. Like, don't limit yourself in just what we know now. Part of the reason why most people in the GTA that are living in these big homes and wealth, because they started investing in real estate a long time ago. If you're young like me, or if maybe you don't have the family background in real estate here to support you, think outside the box. Go to Alberta. Go to Edmonton. If you don't want to live there, invest there. Put tenants. The earlier you start, the better. Because with real estate over time, despite the fact that we're kind of in a little bit of economic crisis right now, over time, over the years, your home will always appreciate because of the land always appreciates. It never loses value, maybe the home, but your land will always appreciate. And then you can use that towards growing and expanding your real estate portfolio.
I'm so excited. Just like, I'm speechless.
Yeah.
I have land that I inherited in Jamaica.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, a few acres.
That's wonderful.
So yeah, we'll talk about.
Let's do talk.
Some stuff.
It's nice to always keep something back home, but think about, maybe how you can pull from that because the Canadian real estate market is one of the hottest market around the world.
Okay.
Because we're only how many people in this country, and with the plan for immigration, so many more people coming in, they're going to need shelter.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, there's still very much low inventory. So that means the government is having these programs to partner up with investors to build more homes with the city plan. So being capital ready and credit ready is really what's going to set you up in order to grow in your investment portfolio.
Set you up for success, definitely. Yeah. I just wanted to say that I heard throughout your sharing, which was very comprehensive, was that you were led by a lot of faith. And I know as a woman of faith that's really part and parcel of who you are. And you're involved in a number of kind of Christian initiatives. Do you want to talk about that?
Absolutely. Again, my purpose, whenever I'm invited to something, whenever I'm asked to do something, I think about how does this align with my purpose? And my purpose is obviously in making a world a better place. So I am a valuable contributor to our Christian community. For the past decades or more, I've been involved in the children's ministry, where we are raising and inspiring little ones to grow in faith, right? So I'm a children minister, and also at some point I did some youth mentorship. Currently, I was nominated and elected as the chairman for the Ottawa 99.1 FM Christian Hit radio station, where is a sort of a governing board where we get to vote on initiatives and ensuring that the general managers and the board is running this radio station and staying true to its purpose to inspire people in faith-based content, and being able, if there are government rules, preventing us to do certain things, we come together as a board to vote on, okay, how can we tackle this? How can we change this area? Mm-hmm. And it's near and dear to my heart because then I get to service the local city well, where I am also a realtor for. I get to learn more about the different initiatives that are happening in the city. I get to be a valuable contributor in terms of sponsorships and donation to the local Christian events or positive events, anything where I feel like I can give back. And right now big shout out to the March for Jesus. Just want to throw a marketing plug in there, happening on July 13th. This is the second year around, and I'm a proud sponsor of this event because it gets all the faith people, regardless of your denomination, regardless of anything, to come and spread the good news of the gospel. We're not protesting, we're marching, proclaiming the faith, and just spreading the word, praying for people. Do we not need a little bit of motivation and good news to fuel us daily?
Good news is great. So,
yeah, those are initiatives that I get to learn as a partner up with the Christian community, and I love that when they come to me and looking for sponsorship, donations, and I'm always there to back them up.
I love it. Thank you so much for that. So just wrapping up our chat, if you could look into the lens and someone who is French speaking, give them inspiration about going into real estate right now. Briefly in French.
In French.
En français. S'il te plaît.
French is my first language, but English kind of took over. I do speak it really well, but everything comes naturally, on the English stance. Ne jamais te limiter, toujours penser en dehors du box et essayer de t'intégrer et vraiment d'investir dans le pays où nous sommes. L'anglais est très important, so faire un effort de l'apprendre et yeah.
Excellent. Merci. Merci pour ça. And where can people find you on social media?
Social media, you can find me at realtor Nicole Kabongo. If you just type realtor or Nicole Kabongo on Google, you'll find all my socials and everything. And I also do have a personal page where I continue to inspire the Christian community called Child of God.
I love it. Thank you so much, Nikki.
Thank you.
All right. Nikki Kabongo, reach out to her, please.
Thank you.
Blessings. Thank you.
Thanks, Nikki.
We'll be right back.